Hey everyone, welcome back to Progressive D&D. Today, we're diving into the Maps feature of D&D Beyond. If you're a dungeon master looking to enhance your sessions with digital maps, you're in the right place. So, let's get started. First things first, under the Tools options of D&D Beyond, you can select Maps. Once you're on the Maps launch page, pick your game and hit Go. Simple, right? I'm preparing for our first session of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, so this should be fun. I'll try to avoid any spoilers, but if any slip through, I apologize in advance. Now, go to the Select Map menu, open the map browser. Here you'll have options to upload custom maps, use a set of basic maps, or if a campaign is available, load the maps from the digital campaign book. This is an awesome feature that they keep adding more campaign books all the time. First, I'm going to select Vecna, Eve of Ruin maps. One thing to note is this just gives you a list of the maps that are available to use. You must click the plus sign next to each to add your maps to your campaign. When I say they are added to your campaign, this means they are directly tied to the campaign you have set up in D&D Beyond that your players' characters should be added to. These are the maps that we'll see when they launch the game and you start the session. Now, it just so happens I have some custom maps created for the Vecna, Eve of Ruin that add a little more flavor than the maps in the books. I want the option to select which ones I want, so I'm going to add them to my selection of maps as well. Adding a custom map is a very easy process. You add the map title, drag and drop the map you want to use, then create the scale of a standard medium token to the map. If a grid already exists, that's great. If not, you can zoom out and get a rough idea of your scale based on objects like a tree, a door, or a hallway. Click Save, and that's it. Your map is ready to use. Next, we're going to pick the maps we want in our campaign. The first thing I did was select every single map I had available. Maybe not the best idea. I find it's not useful to have the DM version of the maps because they tend to have more information that I really want the players to see. This is a good time to show you it's just as easy to delete a map as it was to add one. Just open the Select Map menu, click the trash can, and confirm to delete. Now I'm back to selecting my maps. I picked the player versions from the book and the custom maps that I've added. When I prep for each session, I'll decide which map I want to use. Pro tip, check the DM's Guild to see if there are any map packs available. There's a link in the description for a great resource for almost all the campaign books out there. The next thing I'm doing is adding a complete fog of war to all the maps. This prevents players from getting a glimpse of something I don't want them to see if I accidentally open the wrong map. Fog of war allows you to control what portion of the map the players can see by selecting Cover All. This is probably a good time to demo the Fog of War feature. One new item I noticed in maps is hotkeys. You can click on the Fog of War icon or simply press F to pull up the Fog of War menu. You have several options of the Fog of War menu. Pick a tool shape, pick the size of the tool, and it defaults to paint mode. Select the eraser option to remove the Fog of War to reveal the map the players see. You can do small sections or large sections, revealing just what your players might see based on their line of sight. An improvement I'd love to see is if maps could determine this reveal on the fly based on the character's abilities and the light settings. For now, it works really well and the players think it's a cool feature that keeps the game's tension high. And remember, it's simple to either reveal everything or cover it all up again. Next, let's talk about moving the map. Hold down the left mouse button and move the map around, with the scroll wheel allowing you to zoom in and out of the map. The pan button, as far as I can tell, serves no purpose. Let me know if I'm missing something. Now let's look at a few other options. The draw feature gives you a pen and eraser to add information to your map. Do you have a druid who likes to throw bonfires around? Mark that spot and don't forget where it's sitting. The ruler feature gives you an estimate of distances dependent on the map scaling you set up. The point and ping tools are great for highlighting areas for online and in-person players alike. Finally, let's talk about tokens. You have three options: monsters, players, and companions. You can search for what you need and add them to the map. Right-clicking on the token gives you options like hiding or revealing it, renaming it, or adding color rings for easy identification. Once you've added your monster tokens, label or add color rings to them. Players often refer to the monsters by the color, which makes things easier for everyone. For larger creatures, map scales them correctly, adding to the player's sense of danger. Now, let's add the players from the token menu. Maps ties back to your campaign, and you can drop in your brave adventurers where they'll be starting. I'm going to remove the fog of war from the starting area, but leave on an interesting mausoleum sitting right over there. What could possibly be in there? What do we do once we have all this set up? Hit the start session, and the game is now available for players online. Want to see the rolls from the D&D Beyond? Click on the game log and see who's rolling what. The game log does take up a lot of screen space, so I mainly have it on during combat. You can also send a map link to your players to invite them directly to your campaign. So for my last tip, I had to do a little extra work to get this to work with my virtual tabletop in-person players. So I'd love to see D&D Beyond put a little more work into this. I basically had to set up a second D&D Beyond basic account so that I could create a character called MAPS account and add that character to my campaign. I actually have a second PC dedicated to just this character, which allows the players to control that view. It took a little extra work, but the end result is pretty cool, and my players really enjoy it. A little refinement to the Spectator mode might fit this need, but I really haven't gotten it to do what I want from a usability standpoint yet. Finally, if you use it and find things that you would like to change to enhance the tool, don't forget to leave feedback in the bottom left-hand corner of the D&D Beyond Maps. Let's help D&D Beyond developers add the features we need. What do you think? Are you using the Maps feature as a DM? Do you have any tips or tricks to offer that I haven't seen yet? Leave a comment and don't forget to like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. We'd appreciate your support. Until next time, keep rolling those dice, even the digital ones. Hey, a natural 20!